Hey everybody, and welcome back to another Markiplier theory. Now in this theory, I will be talking about a comment that one of you guys posted a while back that may be confirming that there's two Darkipliers in the Darkiplier lore. But once we're done talking with that, if we still have enough time, I may go over a couple more comments that you guys have posted and left on these theories. So yeah, if you end up liking this video by chance and you want to be featured in a future Markiplier theory, then make sure to comment down your own theories and thoughts in the comments. And with that said, let's go ahead and start talking about the possibility of two Darkipliers. So a couple weeks ago, Mandalorian Jedi posted a comment that couldn't even fit on my screen. I had to scroll down to read all of it, which is awesome, by the way. Shout out to him. But pretty much his comment says, I think that there are two Darkipliers, one fake one and one real one. Now whenever I first heard this statement, the first thing I thought of is how there are two Darkiplier outfits, one with a black suit and one with a white suit. In my past Markiplier theories, especially the one that he commented on, I did mention how there are two different outfits, but I didn't think much of it. I just thought it was kind of like how Wilfred Warfstache gets a bit of a redesign every time he appears. But who knows, maybe both of these different suits means that they're both different Darkipliers. Anyways, let's keep reading to find out where he goes with this. The fake one fills the villain role that actor Mark was talking about in Damien. The real Darkiplier that is in the real world where actor Mark is from can control the fake Darkiplier in order to speak to us. Well, that is quite the statement. Let's go back to the ending of Damien to fully make sure and just kind of to see what the Mandalorian is talking about here. In the ending scene of Damien, Selene ends up giving up control of the Darkiplier body and lets Damien take over. And as I've said in every other Markiplier video, the Damien video takes place inside of Who Killed Markiplier, the final chapter. More specifically, whenever Darkiplier grabs Damien's cane and the hand switches from a girl hand to a boy hand. It is in that split second that all of the events of Damien happen inside of Darkiplier's head. And also in that second is whenever Darkiplier decides that if it's a villain actor Mark wants, then it's a villain he'll get. So with this information, what does the Mandalorian Jedi mean by the real world and the fake world? Well, I believe that obviously by the real world, he means the world where Wilfred
Did you mean
Wilfred, mother-loving, Warfstache?
Yeah, thanks, Abe. Anyways, as I was saying, by the real world, of course he's talking about the world where Who Killed Markiplier, Wilfred, mother-loving Warfstache, I said it right that time, and all the other Markiplier projects that are actually real happen. And by the fake world, he probably means the films and YouTube videos that are in-universe made by actor Mark. These include things like a date with Markiplier, in space with Markiplier in one of the timelines, and judging by a few pieces of dialogue, maybe even a heist with Markiplier.
Do you really want to know what's inside this box? The truth, not the lies he's told you.
But now that we've considered what's the real world and what's the fake world, this actually makes sense. This can work. There is a possibility that there is two Darkipliers. But anyways, let's continue reading and see what else he has to say. Damien and Selene aren't evil. Why do we think that Darkiplier threatens us in a date with Markiplier? He does not, the real one anyways. And what about the BTS and bloopers? The first thing you see is Darkiplier practicing for his part in a heist with Markiplier. Darkiplier filmed heist as well. Plus, he says to us that we are early, so meaning that we've entered the real world again. After we found out the truth about the crystal, Darkiplier ensured that we got the crystal in order to destabilize actor Mark's world. Now, starting from the beginning of that, I do agree with him that Damien and Celine aren't necessarily evil. They're just out for revenge. They're pretty much, they actually are kind of broken. And now, as for the BTS videos that he brings up, I never really considered those canon. I don't really get how they'd be able to be canon as well. If the BTS videos were canon, then that probably means that whenever Markiplier shows up there, then that would have to be Actor Mark filming his stuff. But we all know, based off of one of the endings in A Date with Markiplier, how much of an asshole Actor Mark really is when he's on set. So yeah, I'm willing to bet that the BTS videos aren't canon to the Markiplier lore. But as for the next thing that he brings up, where Darkiplier made sure that we end up getting the blue crystal to stop Actor Mark's world. Now that statement could be true, but before we jump to conclusions, let's go ahead and check Darkiplier's relationship with our character that we play as to see if he would have actually needed our help or if he would actually have wanted our help in the first place to stop Actor Mark. So Darkiplier is known to be a smart kind of manipulator type person, and if there is one thing that he wants more than anything, it's to get revenge on Actor Mark. So this could definitely be the case. And now the question is, in which film or which video would Darkiplier be manipulating us into getting the blue crystal and stopping Actor Mark? Well, now we're getting into some really complicated stuff timeline-wise, because the blue crystal pretty much like connects a lot of universes together. The blue crystal is what causes there to be end cards up on your screen, and it's like each end card is like a different timeline pretty much. So this does make things a lot more complicated in terms of when Darkiplier would have been using you to beat Actor Mark. But we can actually go ahead and eliminate a lot of the past Markiplier projects. First off, we can take away In Space with Markiplier's Part 1 and 2, because Part 2 ended with the blue crystal coming to the Markiplier lore universe for the first time. So any interactions or anything Darkiplier and Actor Mark had before then wouldn't have involved the blue crystal. And also, any of the Markiplier projects without end cards means that they probably don't involve the blue crystal either, since the blue crystal is, of course, what causes the end cards to appear. So we can already take away a lot right then and there as well. And if we also take away any of the other projects that don't involve Darkiplier, then that pretty much only leaves us with the Heist with Markiplier and A Date with Markiplier. And in my past Markiplier theories, I have concluded that A Date with Markiplier comes after A Heist with Markiplier in the timeline, so I'd assume that he's talking about A Date with Markiplier whenever he says that Darkiplier manipulated us into getting the blue crystal from Actor Mark to stop Actor Mark's fake world. So that was a lot of information, but anyways, let's continue reading. Darkiplier ensured that we get the crystal in order to destabilize Actor Mark's world. We've already said that. Although it didn't work. The scientist destroyed the box, and then once it... Oh, wait, so never mind. He was talking about A Heist with Markiplier, not A Date with Markiplier. Maybe I should read more before I jump to conclusions. Sorry guys, sorry Mandalorian Jedi. So as I was saying, the scientist destroyed the box, and then once In Space with Markiplier ends, the heist starts over because we caused another loop by stopping the paradox of In Space with Markiplier. And now here is where Mandalorian Jedi's comment differs from what I've established in my headcanon, because I have the controversial belief that In Space with Markiplier takes place in a whole other universe where the Markiplier lore doesn't take place, and pretty much anytime you go through the blue wormholes, you go into a different universe, and that final time the captain tossed the blue crystal into the blue wormhole, that caused the blue crystal to come into the Markiplier lore world. But yeah, throughout the rest of Mandalorian Jedi's comment, he comes up with some really crazy stuff that, if true, it can make us rethink the entirety of the Markiplier lore. So yeah, I really recommend going to my past Markiplier theory where I pretty much talk about the whole timeline as a whole of the Markiplier lore, cause there is where you'll be able to find Mandalorian Jedi's comment. I have truly only scraped the surface of Mandalorian Jedi's comment, and this is mainly because I don't want to steal the spotlight from him too much, so I recommend just, checking out the original comment if you're still interested. Sorry we did not have enough time in this video to go over a few of you guys' other comments as well. I will probably be dedicating a whole other Markiplier theory to just reading the rest of y'all's theories. And with that said, thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe if you're new. My next Markiplier theory probably won't be until a while because I will start making a lot of Bendy and the Ink Machine Let's Plays to get ready for Bendy and the Dark Revival, which I will also be playing once it releases. So whenever I haven't uploaded a Markiplier theory in a while, don't think I've forgotten. I didn't forget. I'm just needing to play some other games first. So yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye. Wait, I forgot to mention, so do I believe that there are two Darkipliers in the Markiplier lore? Personally, I feel like the Markiplier lore as a whole just makes more sense and all of the videos fit well better together if there is only one Darkiplier. I think two is just trying to overcomplicate some things. But yeah, now for real this time. Thank y'all for watching. Goodbye.